2025 is the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, and this year I've already done a number of videos on predictions and things that I would like to see for the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith in Lego form. I'll put a couple of the thumbnails over the screen. Go and check those videos out if you haven't already. And we've already seen one or two of those predictions come true with the latest leaks that are coming on January the 1st. The ARC 170 being probably the most exciting of the six, at least for me personally. And we're also seeing the Acclimator come in mid-scale Starship Collection form. However, it was brought to my attention that it's not just the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. Like it or not, it is also the 10th anniversary of The Force Awakens, and whilst I can't see them doing a whole host of sets to mark the occasion, it is possible that we will see at least maybe one set that marks the occasion. Now, I had spoken in these videos about potential sets for Revenge of the Sith, and one thing that I lent in quite heavily was the idea of doing dioramas. Most notably, of course, I think there's certainly an outpouring of people that want to see Anakin versus Obi-Wan on Mustafar brought into the diorama series. Also, you've got things like Palpatine's arrest, and you've also got the battle on the Invisible Hand as well, with Dooku, Anakin, Obi-Wan and Palpatine, and I covered those in a video. I'll try and pop the thumbnail on screen. The Sith, and I would love it if we saw 2 or 3 of those next year. But is it possible that we could see a diorama to mark the occasion for The Force Awakens? Now, there for me would only be one thing that you could use to do such a thing, and that would be to recreate what I am sort of dubbing the battle on Starkiller Base, or the duel on Starkiller Base between Kylo and Rey. For me, it's quite simple. You'd have a very similar sort of tree-like structure that you've seen on the Endor speeder bike chase, which you can just see over my shoulder there. And of course, it would be more snowy, and you'd get the 2 characters at least, and potentially Finn if you wanted to just have him sort of lying on the ground doing nothing. There's of course an issue with, we don't know how well these sets will sell, particularly with the way that people feel towards the sequels, whether you've got a strong feeling towards it or not. I personally don't have a particularly strong feeling towards it. I don't particularly love them. I'm not one of these online haters of it, but I don't particularly love them either. So would I go and spend that kind of money on a Force Awakens set? Probably not. After The Force Awakens, I kind of checked out with The Last Jedi and Rise in terms of Lego. I did get the 2015 Falcon when it first came out. I also got Rey's Jakku jump speeder, and I'd got BB-8 as well, and that was kind of where it was at for me with the sequel trilogy. Will people buy this kind of set? There's an argument that a lot of adult collectors will buy any kind of diorama set basically, so is it the sort of best bet for Lego Star Wars to mark such an anniversary? I personally would like to see them use the diorama slots to just focus on Revenge of the Sith, but I've also had to think about, having spoken to someone about it, the possibility that we will see some sequel sets next year, sort of taking up some of the space that is in the 2025 lineup. In the Revenge of the Sith videos, I touched on a lot of things, including the diorama sets, but I also looked at play scale ships that we could be due, as well as what we could potentially see in the form of battle pack Galactic Marines. Please. The territory, of course, that we're in here is the fact that not a lot of people love these films. There are people out there that love these films, but it's not the majority of people. Now, this is the same sort of issue that the prequels used to have. Everybody was OG, everyone was about the originals, and we had a lot of people in the community who just didn't accept the prequels for years. Now, the adult fans like myself who grew up with the prequels absolutely love the prequels, and if this May the 4th was anything to go by, they'll have seen incredible sales for a lot of the prequel sets that they have released this year. Is it better bet for Lego to then wait until the 20th, 25th anniversary of these sequel films to then potentially do anniversary sets when the dust has settled, and when younger people that really love these films are old enough to be able to actually make a purchasing decision themselves? Just a little bit of food for thought, and something I thought I'd jump on and sort of talk about. It's been on my mind thinking about what we could potentially see in the coming year. Of course, we'll probably hopefully see at least half a dozen Revenge of the Sith sets. I would love it if we saw 8 or 10 Revenge of the Sith sets. I just don't know if it will happen. I think the fanfare around Revenge of the Sith is a lot higher than the fanfare that was around the Phantom Menace, and if the Phantom Menace was anything to go by this year, LEGO should obviously be looking at the fact that they could get at least 8 or 10 Revenge of the Sith sets out and really make some serious money. Obviously they don't make enough money at the moment. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see for Revenge of the Sith in 2025. Is there something you want to see for The Force Awakens in 2025? If there's a set that's maybe more appropriate than a diorama set, do let me know in the comments below. That's it for another video in the LEGO room. I hope you have a fantastic week. Take care, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye.